A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to, well, Honest J Nowak, Snacker Attacker. And guess what? Now's the time that I actually, well, not only am I going to allow for some nice light and air to come right on in, but, well, guess what? This is the end right here. Number 70, meaning it's all over pretty much after this. I'll be going back to some regular HJN stuff, but I guess in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about one last product right here. This I actually just found in a Clark gas station. I had no idea that something like this existed. Whoo-Ze-What-Zit. Whoo-Ze-What-Zit. Crunchy and creamy candy bar named by Lisa M. Who is Lisa M? I wonder why. I wonder who made this. But anyways, this sort of reminds me of the famous Whatchamacallit bar, which, as you know, was created by the Hershey Company itself. Well, same thing with this. The Hershey Company right down there in the state of Pennsylvania. Of course, I also remember that Whatchamacallit had itself a bit of a doppelganger called the Thingamajig. I'm pretty sure that the Thingamajig might have been discontinued years ago, which would explain why I haven't been able to find it so far. I have not been able to find it in the past several years, mainly because it might have been discontinued at some point. But now comes the Whoo-Ze-What-Zit. Well, I guess it's now time that I dive on in to see why there has to be another one in there. With such a weird name like that, I don't know how they're gonna do so well, but okay, this one definitely, okay, it has that distinct Hershey smell to it. That Whatchamacallit presence almost, especially with that nice sort of textured bottom of it. They must have used a specialized factory for something like this, but you know what? Now, here we go. Well, you know what? I don't really know what to say about this. I've had the Whatchamacallit before, had the Thingamajig before it was discontinued, pretty much. And now the Whoo-Ze-What-Zit? Well, I don't know. Hershey, I feel like you can keep yourself some good credit here. Oh, man. That's crazy. So you know what? I feel like that this one might be a win. I seriously don't know if they're actually going to discontinue this as well, because if they were able to discontinue the Thingamajig, they might have this thing gone as well. So I'm glad I was able to pick one of these up in case they might actually be considering about pulling this away from the market. So I guess we'll see what happens then, but you know what? Let's go into a couple more details really quickly, including the fact that there's a grand total of, well, 380 calories in this entire bar itself. So you can basically see they recommend that you have a third of a bar at a time, which is what I feel like I just had. So that's 130 calories going into my system, pretty much. With the literal combination of ingredients, including hydrogenated vegetable oil, skim milk, cocoa processed with alkali, lecithin, monoglycerides, as well as TBHQ and citric acid. Plus some milk and soy for those who have, well, allergies for these things. Well, that's certainly worth noting in case someone has an allergy to these things, but well, you know what? I guess that sells it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of that whole thing later on, but the most important thing is, well, here we are. It's all over and done with. I don't really have to fill my stomach up with some weird stuff all the time now, but to be fair, I have had to, well, finish some of those things sometimes. there were tons of products that I talked about over the past few months. And well, I can't say I'm ultimately proud of doing all this stuff, but then again, having a lot of this material pre-recorded certainly did help a little bit. Especially throughout 2020 and 2021, just so I can get some stuff done for 2022 and onwards. But just like with most of the stuff that I'm going to be having in the future to upload, yeah, I can never tell what the future is going to hold for me otherwise. I will say though, hopefully, things are what they seem. Just so I'm able to continue up with my work, and I'm going to continue entertaining every one of you. So, that's it for today. Let's get back to some HJN stuff. Well, on a regular basis, in a way. Starting tomorrow. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.